Good morning to you, wherever you may be in the world today. Alan Clements here from Santa Monica, California, United States of America. February 26, 2021, continuing my daily talks, my sharings in support of the radically courageous people of Myanmar. Most of you know that Daw Aung San Suu Kyi is now not only detained, but has been removed and is missing. So the reports indicate. It was already bad news. There has been a proportionate rise in the luminosity of freedom in relationship to the darkness of tyranny by the Tamada, Burma, notorious Taliban, a military organization funded by Russia and China primarily, that has turned ultimately toxic in its worst expression on the ethnicities throughout the country of Myanmar and their own Burmese people. I'm not lost for words today, but I'm struggling deeply in my own heart to understand an adequate response, where to place my mental and emotional attention, and to offer in my own humble but direct way optimal support for the ongoing civil disobedience movement happening at this very second throughout the country of Burma. And equally, what can I do to possibly inspire, elevate the status of people worldwide to really feel deeply into their own conscience, their own integrity, and to bond with the people of Burma and see them as relatives, brothers and sisters, uncles and aunts, comrades in democracy, comrades as humans, comrades in freedom, and not to see them as a distant nation oppressed by a military that's gone toxic, Burma's Taliban. And an ongoing theme for me is to not underestimate the radical involvement of the genocidal premier of China, Xi Jinping, his absolute acute design on Myanmar, on most of Asia, most of the world, with the only obstacle being that primarily of America, if it's even seen as an obstacle anymore, under this new government, this new regime. And Burma, will it become the next Tibet? Will it become the front nation to confront the largest democracy in the world, in India? I'd like to speak about all of this today. I want to say it's shocking, but not really, the impotent, pathetic, vacuous, putrid, despicable response of the free world to the people of Burma, to Daw Aung San Suu Kyi, to the 700 people now detained. It's a mild word to talk about. Taken from your home, chained, and put into a gulag, a dungeon. I've studied the prison systems in the gulags in Burma. They're as ugly can be. Detained is not the right word. Burma right now is undergoing a massive terrorist occupation. Those who follow it and those who aren't follow it, please listen. People throughout the country courageously standing up, banging pots, refusing to participate in the machinations of the military, civil disobedience throughout the country, doctors, medics, nurses, teachers, taxi drivers, manufacturers, garment makers, roadside stand and vendors, cafe owners. The country is ceasing to participate in the machinations of terror orchestrated by Senior General Ming Online and Tan Shui and about 14 other men, and a 500,000 man military and perhaps 100,000 person police force. A Taliban has descended upon the good people of Myanmar. That's the equation right now. And we're seeing throughout the country, now in its 26th day of revolution, the second great coming of independence, a resurgence of the revolution of spirit that began in 1988, the ongoing saffron in 2007, we have a new expression, a new iteration, the luminosity of freedom, a country that is lighting up the sky of apathy and impotence and darkness and the primacy of profits. And they're saying the light of freedom is more important than the darkness of tyranny. It is not about a small country of Myanmar. We are a global family. Feel it. Climate change is happening irregardless of nationality, location, and language, and status. Young Greta spoke to the United Nations September 19, 2019. I want no more of your fantasies, your magical thinking, your endless rhetoric of profits over people and the preservation of a planet. We're all Gretas. We're all right now at the bow of the Titanic called beloved planet Earth that is being tyrannized worldwide, and right now in Burma, a Taliban has created hell and has taken my Dhamma sister and 700 other actors, directors, filmmakers, teachers, medics, doctors, monks, nuns, school teachers, influencers, and they are gone into the gulags of the jail system, the prison system, where darkness is darker than dark. And the world is allowing this. My blood boils with a type of conscious outrage that America, my President Obama, the president of this country, would prefer to have 10,000 soldiers occupying Washington and sending in United States fighter jets to bomb Syria and so-called Iranian paramilitary associated, not so clear, connected to ISIS or Iran, or prefer to do this than to stand up for democracy, a Nobel laureate, an elected civilian body. I don't know how these people perform, how they walk, how they talk, how they compartmentalize. I don't want to even know. It's an outrage. I don't know about you, but that outrage is an important emotion for me today to feel. I don't want to be mindful of it. I'd much prefer to live in the stress and the anxiety of an authentic emotion. An authentic emotion than to in any way bend into the tyranny of my own apathy. And stand up for the good people of Burma at this time in human history. Where are you, United Nations? Where are you, President Biden? Where are you, EU? Where are you, Trudeau? Where are you, Australia? What are you doing in the name of freedom and democracy. How can you behave this way? It is beyond imagination. I today have become a superhawk. I'm not looking for kinetic war with the Taliban of Burma. I'm saying to the president